Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 5 here on Lapis Lakeside, hunting down a Dratini, Ralt, Stuffle. Any of the above would be great. We're also going to start off with 16,980 for sneaky snacking, and we're going to grab 100 sleep points, which puts us at 7,467. A very, very good number of sleep points. And for our daily lottery, we're going to pick up a small handy candy. Very nice. That might come in handy very soon. But now that that is out of the way, if I can click the buttons that get me to where I need to go, we can jump into the sleep report and see if we get anything interesting. I don't know if it's because of the summer heat that's coming or what, but I feel like I've been sleeping a lot lately, and yeah, kind of weird. But I also feel like I wake up still tired. Yeah, 9 hours 43 minutes of sleep. Woke up still tired. There's a lot of snoozing. Weird. Okay, 3% dozing and 59% snoozing, 58 or 38% slumbering. So that's almost certainly a snoozing type, which we do need. I think that's I'm never gonna remember. I think that's the Stuffle sleep type, but I'm never gonna remember. 41 million, almost just a little above 41. Not too bad. 3-star sleeps though, so that's gonna be really interesting to see what we get there. Hopefully something new. I think nope, payday sleep is not new. We did get 7 spawns, so that is good. Let's see, what do we have? Ooh, oh, there was something interesting. All right, so nothing new, but we got a Wobbuffet, a Meowth, a Togetic, Eevee, Slowpoke, Wobbuffet. Again, I don't know why I lost that one. And the really interesting one, Dedenne. Haven't seen a Dedenne in a while. Honestly, kind of forgot Dedenne spawned here because I haven't seen one in a while. Honestly, even kind of forgot a little bit that it was even in the game. Haven't seen it and haven't really talked about one in a whole minute. Of course, it's not hungry, which is unfortunate, but that is definitely the one I want. That's the one I want to catch for sure out of all of this. A really good Dedenne can go a long way. And we're super close to getting it. So yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and take that one home. Even better. There we go. It wasn't hungry, but we got the big hit anyway. Perfect. So now we don't have to worry about it. And part of me wants to go ahead and take this Eevee home today too, but I don't know that I want to spend the Poke Biscuits on it, to be honest with you. I think I want to hold on to the biscuits. I know I said 25 was the minimum that I wanted to keep, but I think I should hold on to it unless I get something that is just super good that I desperately need, and then spend the biscuits on it. And Eevee, while it can be good, it's not something I desperately need at the moment. So we are going to walk away with 2,386 research XP and 3,838 dream shards. 38 dream shards. Very nice. Well, let's go ahead and check out this Dedenne and see if we've got us a keeper that can actually level 23. I love when they start really high level. Level 23 in quiet. I don't remember if quiet is good or not. I think that's an ingredient finder nature, but I may be wrong. We've got apples, cocoa, apples. That's not too bad. That could be very helpful, honestly. And then let's see. Frequency is very low, which is good. Tasty chance is always good. Helping speed and skill trigger to start off with. Let's go. All right. Inventory up M. Let's go. Doubled up on the inventory ups. Don't like that. Skill level up would be nice. Ingredient finder M. Not the worst thing at level 100. Could be worse, honestly. But this nature, it is an ingredient finding nature, so it doesn't help us at all. It's not what we want. Unfortunately, I think this Dedenne is going to go to the professor. Unless I am just sorely mistaken on how this is going to play out. It's not too bad. The only thing that I don't like about this Dedenne is that it doesn't have skill level up, which is super helpful on a Pokemon that doesn't evolve, so that you don't have to use those main skill seeds, especially as a free player. main skill seeds are very hard to come by, so we don't want to waste them all on just one Pokemon if we don't have to. So honestly, I would be fine if Ingredient Finder and Inventory Up S were both replaced with skill level ups. That would be great. 3 extra levels, so that would at least put us at level 4 without any seeds. Granted, we'd have to get to level 100 in this scenario, but it's not bad. However, one thing I do want to check is let's let that finish running. We're going to go ahead and move over to the Pokédex real fast because I haven't looked at this in a hot minute. Let's see what Dedene's normal skill trigger rate is. 4.5, basically 4.5, which is not bad. So 1 in 22 is not a terrible chance. The only downside is, again, this is only level 1 main skill, so that's not great. Not great. Even if this one does have a high skill count, which I don't think it's really super helpful, it may be better than our other one, so I may need to compare it. 76 PR. I mean, that's okay. But again, without the skill level ups, I think it really hurts this Dedenne, especially without the nature. Let's do a hypothetical. Just if we wanted to keep this one and put 2 sub-skill seeds in, so we've got Helping Speed M and Skill Trigger M. Let's just run it to 60. 100 takes too long. Let's run it to 60 and see how that turns out. It does help quite a bit, and that Skill Trigger does push it up very high. But it's making me wonder, what if we go back to what we had? Excuse me. What if we go back to what we had before? And instead of Quiet, we have, let's see, main skill chance up. Let's do, yeah, I don't think we're super worried about XP. Let's just do Sassy, just for an experiment anyway. Let's run it at level 60 again. Start out at 96. I'm really surprised. Well, no, Skill Trigger S. I could see why that wouldn't push it to 100. Skill Trigger M should be the one to push it to 100. So that would make sense. Which really actually kind of tells me everything I need to know about what I'm looking for in a Dedenne. If a skill trigger up nature, skill chance up nature can get it to start at 96 already, then all we really need is skill trigger M and S just to maximize that skill trigger chance, because that's really what we want Dedenne for. Helping Speed M and then 2 skill level ups. That would be, in my opinion, possibly the perfect Dedenne. Simply as for me, from my perspective as a free player, that's perfect for me. Berry Finder would be nice, yes, but honestly, I have Dedenne on the team for the main skill, so the extra berries are just a nice bonus on top of that. But if I'm just looking at the main skill, that's probably what I'm looking for in a Dedenne, is Helping Speed, both skill triggers, both skill level ups. Potentially, if you really want that Berry Finder, drop Skill Trigger S and get Berry Finder instead. Maybe that would be another candidate for a perfect Dedenne. Maybe both of them are equally valuable. But yeah, now I kind of know what I'm looking for in a Dedenne. And unfortunately, this one ain't it. But I am going to put it in the box because I do want to compare it to the one that I have now. This may be better than the one I have already. Oh, whoa, no, let's not do that. Let's make sure we have this one accurate. Quiet. There we go. Now we can put it in the box. There we go. All right, so now that we've got that, we can move on and we can check the news. I know we have news. I saw the icon last night before I went to bed. Another 178 sneaky snacking. This has been a week of non-stop news, and that's kind of what I figured it would be. Entei finally, we knew it was coming, but now I'm sure we're about to find out exactly when. So let's see. Increased volcanic activity has been reported around a part of Greengrass Isle. Follow-up research in the area around the volcano revealed bits of Entei main that Entei left behind. According to Professor Narrowly, he'll be able to conduct research into Entei's sleep habits if you collect lots of Entei main samples during your sleep research. You can trade these Entei main samples via the event exchange for new items, Entei incense and Entei biscuits to help you see Entei's sleep styles. The event outline. The legendary Pokemon Entei will appear during sleep research for the first time, and this 2-week event is a special opportunity to concentrate on researching it. During this event, you can collect samples of Entei main to exchange via the event exchange for items such as Entei incense and Entei biscuits. You can use Entei incense to research Entei's various sleep styles. Also during this event, you'll be able to take on 2 sets of limited time missions, Week 1 missions and Week 2 missions, to earn samples of Entei main as rewards. Week 1 mission period, Monday, May 20th, 4 a.m. to June 3rd, and Week 2, Monday, May 27th to June 3rd. So that is in line, yep, just like we thought it would be with Good Sleep Day. So that's going to be a fun week, and we're going to hit some big records on our drowsy power requirement that week. I've got a pretty good feeling about that week. The event period in total, of course, Monday, May 20th to Monday, June 3rd. That makes sense. Only on Greengrass Isle, so remember, only Greengrass Isle, just like Raikou, which means Suicune is going to be exactly the same. The event exchange period does last from Monday, May 20th until June 6th, so an extra 3 days until that Thursday. You can still exchange the Entei mains if you have some extras left over. For the bonuses, the following effects will trigger in the applicable area, Greengrass, during the event. So from May 20th to June 2nd, each time a Fire-type helper Pokemon brings you ingredients, it will have 1 extra, same as before. The chance of a Fire-type helper Pokemon's main skill being triggered will be multiplied by 1.5, same as before. The Snorlax on Greengrass Isle will have Lepa Berries set as one of its favorites, same as before. Few Pokemon of different sleep types will appear, pseudo-balanced sleep. Certain Pokemon will be more likely to appear during sleep research, which should be all the Fire types. Let's see. And then for week 1 of the event, main skill levels of fire. Whoa. I don't think that we had this during Raikou event. The main skill levels of fire type helper Pokemon will be boosted by 1. I do not remember that. And then week 2, main skill levels of fire type helper Pokemon will be boosted by 3. That actually could be very good. If you get an Entei early on in the first week, and then have it on your team. Let's say you have a skill level up Entei. That automatically puts it at level 3. And then another 3, that puts it at level 6 for week 2 of the event. That could be very, very, very good. I do not remember having this effect during the Raikou event. Maybe I just don't remember it. Definitely let me know if I am wrong in the comments. But yeah, this is going to be really interesting. Especially before we get Entei. If you have a good Arcanine, then this could be very beneficial until you get that Entei to replace the Arcanine for the better effect. Also, let's see, who else? Could be good for Vulpix or Ninetales for their main skill. But I think that's really the only ones that would, well, no, even the charge strength skills would benefit greatly from this. So yeah, this is going to be really good. And then on the second Sunday, Drowsy Power will be multiplied by 1.5. So just like a last hurrah. That's pretty cool. Don't remember if we had that one before either. It sounds new. But anyway, the Fire-type helper Pokemon that will show up more often and will also help throughout the week. Charmander line, Vulpix line, Growlithe line, Flareon, the Cyndaquil line, and of course, Entei. Pokemon that are easier to encounter during the event. Oh, whoa, this is new. Drop-down menus? What? During the event, the following Pokemon are more likely to appear. A slightly greater appearance rate is all of the ones mentioned above. Let's see. So if we click on Entei main, yo, okay, so we get a full breakdown. This is a lot. This is a lot of information. Hold on. Okay, so this is a lot of information. We're gonna come back to this because it is getting a little late. I want to make sure we get breakfast in today because we do have a goal this week. So let me make sure we get breakfast in because I can already tell by the time we finish reading a lot of this, and I don't even know if we need to read all of it, to be honest. But I would rather get breakfast in now and not worry about it. We'll come back to that here in just a minute. Of course, Venusaur on the team to make sure we have plenty of tomatoes. Let's see how we're doing. We should have no problems cooking the Dream Eater curry today. What are our supplies looking like? Potatoes are looking a lot better, so that's good. Tomatoes, probably still need to leave Venusaur on the team for a hot minute. Of course, milk and cocoa were perfectly fine because Blastoise is just a beast. So no worries there. We are getting some extra honey from Venusaur being on the team, so we can throw that in there. And we should have a pretty solid meal. 23,227, which should put us at level 43. Very good. And that means that this dish is getting ridiculously strong. Very, very strong. Don't know if that puts us in the next rank, though. Has there always been the fog over the dock in the background? Has that fog always been there? And I'm just now seeing it for the first time? Anyway, we got to Ultra 3. My little distraction aside. I've never noticed that fog back there over the lake. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Back to the news. Entei Research. All right, let's scroll down. Let's see. We've got Entei mains. I don't think I'm going to read through all of this as long as it functions the exact same way as the Raikou mains. We all pretty much know what it is. And it's not really super important information. You can exchange them in the event exchange, see how many samples you have in the event exchange. After the event ends, you can exchange them still until the exchange closes, at which point you lose all of them. We had planned, here's new. We plan to increase the number of main samples you can get as compared to the earlier Raikou research event, and also adjust the event exchange's item lineup. So that could be good, or it could just be the same thing. It depends on if they keep the ratio of how many you need to purchase items the same as they do with the ratio of mains that they increase that you can find. So if it takes just as many mains percentage, well, no, you know what I'm saying. We'll just have to see how it goes, and see how that turns out. It could mean that they want to give us more mains to purchase so that we can more likely buy out the shop. We'll just have to see how it actually plays out when they give it to us. How to get samples. So it looks like the same as before. Just do your sleep research. You get samples from the Pokemon that show up. Fire type Pokemon give you more. Entei showing up gives you a ton of them. You also get samples from limited time missions, or mains from limited time missions. The volume 1 bundles, both of them. So we get Entei Research bundles volume 1 and Last Chance bundles volume 1 will both have the Entei mains in them. Research community, we can get mains from our community reports as well. The higher your closeness with a researcher, the more likely you are to receive samples. So level 5 friends, again, paying off. That's exactly why we keep our level 5 friends, unless they stop playing the game. That was new. The following limited time special gift will be distributed only to those who do not have the research community. Oh, okay, that's not new. That's what they did last time for people who aren't, who are playing on I think it's a minor account is what it's called. If you don't have access to community reports and the research community, you will get a special gift to give you some mains to counterbalance that. You'll get 70 samples of Entei main starting at the beginning of the week. So it'll be, you'll get 2 of them. You'll get one on May 19th and one on May 26th. Nice. That's actually very good. All right, so mains out of the way. Incense, we know what incense does. Entei incense, you can only have one in your item pocket at a time. If you put it on the stump, it still counts as in your pocket, so you can't put it on the stump and then go buy another one. And it can be used starting Monday, May 20th, and can also be used after the event is over. Entei biscuits look like they function, yep, exactly the same way as Raikou biscuits. You will get 6 points when you feed it to an Entei. After the event exchange closes, any Entei biscuits will automatically convert into Great Biscuits, same as Raikou. Good time to, if you've already caught the Entei you want, buy all the Entei biscuits so that you can get some free Great Biscuits when the event is over. So functions the same. The event exchange, you can exchange samples of Entei main for the following items: Entei incense, biscuit, main skill seed. Main skill seeds. Speaking of, we were talking about that earlier. Make sure you buy that main skill seed, especially free players. Make sure you buy it. Everyone should buy it, but free players especially. And a firestone and more. Probably very similar. The more is probably very similar to the Raikou shop. So if you want to know what those will likely be, I would go check out what the Raikou shop had. Could be a little bit different, but I don't think it'll be too different. Also, a few Entei incense and Entei biscuits will be added at a slightly lower exchange rate in the second week of the event, which is exactly what happened last time. So perfect. And then these are the notes. It's all pretty standard stuff that it rolls over at 4. It's only on green grass. After the event ends, you can still see Entei, but on green grass and Tau Palo. So that's good. Entei incense can still be used after the event is ended. Yep. Entei's special Pokemon. You can only have one special Pokemon on your team. So you can't have Entei and Raikou. Don't know why you would, but you can't. It's possible to befriend more than one special Pokemon. Yep, but you can only have one on the same team. For each species of special Pokemon, the nature and subskills will be identical for the first one befriended by each researcher. So same with Raikou. All of our first Enteis will be exactly the same. Again, it's probably, in my opinion, probably going to be best to go ahead and use your Master Biscuit to get the first Entei done and out of the way. That first Entei, if it's anything like the first Raikou, probably not going to be very good. Probably going to take some serious seed investment to make it decent, and it's only going to be decent. It's not going to make it anywhere near perfect. So my suggestion is go ahead and use that Master Biscuit, get it out of the way. Unless it's shiny. If it's shiny, if your very first one's shiny, just feed it a regular Poke Biscuit. Outside of that, Master Biscuit, get it out of the way so that you can hunt a better Entei if this is something that you want to hunt a better version of to use on your teams, which of course I'm going to, but it's up to you if you do or don't want to. The event bonuses apply, only to sleep during the event period. If you wait, you can review later. If you wait to report sleep data and select review later after the event is ended, the event bonuses will still be applied. So as long as your sleep is tracked during the event, you will get the bonuses, even if the event is over. Event bonuses do not apply to sleep tracking during the tutorial, which means go ahead and get the tutorial over with if you have not already. Which I don't know who that would be that hasn't got the tutorial done already. And then, where was I? The bonuses that raise fire type helper Pokemon's main skill levels will not raise them beyond max level, which, I mean, that makes sense. Also, for Pokemon that were already on the team before the event started, the first time their main skill is triggered during the event may not include the bonus effect in some cases. I'm guessing that is just some kind of weird bug that happened and they couldn't figure out exactly what was causing it, but it only applies to that first skill trigger during the event. Either that, or if the skill trigger was quote unquote earned before the event started, but you don't collect it, like say it is earned while you're sleeping at 2 a.m., the event starts at 4 a.m., you wake up at 7, collect the main skill trigger, you won't see it. That's probably more likely what it is, that the trigger was earned before the effects were applied and it just carries over till you collect it. So that is the Entei Research Event. Now we have the new arrival Entei. We get to actually see what he looks like in game. Kind of a mess, honestly. The face seems very poorly defined, but that's me being nitpicky. The legendary Pokemon Entei has been spotted near Greengrass Isle. It may be impossible to encounter one soon. Of course, May 20th is when it starts showing. It's going to show on Greengrass and Tau Palo, but the event is only on Greengrass. Snoozing type. And then main skill, Helper Boost Fire, which sounds very similar to Raikou. Entei is a special Pokemon, and you can have only one special Pokemon on your team. It's possible to catch more. This is just saying the same thing we saw earlier, that it's possible to catch more, but you can only have one on your team. And then also the first one we catch will be the same for everyone. So that's good to know. All right, now one thing that I did want to double check real fast. Helper boost for fire. Same thing we had with Raikou. Helper boost electric. Instantly gets you times. Let's go ahead and click on it so we can look at it. Instantly gets you the times, whatever the number of whatever level it's at. So if it's level 3, instantly gets you 3 times the usual help from all Pokemon on your team. But it is boosted by having multiple species of the same type on your team as well. So if it's level 3 and you have 2 of the same species, you get +0. So that would still only be 3. It's a very complicated main skill, but it is very beneficial. I used it with my Raikou to great effect. So it's actually very good in the right situations. But that said, that is all of the news. It's just been a non-stop news week. It's just a blitz of new information this week. But we have 47 community reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 that doubled up. A very low number compared to usual, but it does need to balance out at some point. So that, I suppose, is acceptable. No level ups today. And we've already got most of the stuff out of the way. Another 652 sneaky snacking. I do want to take just a quick peek at those Dedenes and see which one was actually looking better. Well, okay, I can already tell by looking at them that the other one, the new one, is rated higher. The ingredient spread is the same. Inventory up, ingredient finder, helping speed, skill trigger, research XP bonus. The exact same nature. Wow, that's funny. So definitely the new one is the better of the two, especially having helping speed and skill trigger that early on, significantly better. So we can go ahead and send this guy, if I can press the button, to the professor. Can't send it, it's on a team. Okay, well, I'll figure that out later and then I'll send it to the professor. So at least we know the new one is an improvement. Still not exactly what we're looking for, but an improvement nonetheless. And since the news and everything took so long, we can go ahead and do, oh, maybe not. We may not have the potatoes we need. We might be one shy. Yep, one shy. Victory Bell has been doing pretty well, but the skill triggers have not been showing up lately. So let's see. Nope, no more potatoes. No lunch today. We get to go hungry. All right, well, with that, that is all I have for today. A lot of news. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Entei event, especially the fact that we're going to get boosted main skills for the fire types. That's a very surprising addition that was not expecting, but I think it will be very nice. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. That is all I've got for today. Y'all have a wonderful day, and until next time, later, dudes.